touchdown. And then later in the first, that's one of them Dr. Pepper scholarship passes over there from Mahomes to Travis Kelce. 600 career reception. Only 2 Chiefs have ever. Alex Anzalone can't quite get on it. Look at him, bless his heart. He's got to be the sickest man in America. So instead of being tied at 14, it's 14 now. Cole Hardeman, great catch. And this is your buy time. Guys coming after you. The sideline's right there. Next gen, 28.7 catch probability after he was just 4 yards from being out of bounds. Looking for Robinson during the play. Cameron Jordan called for unnecessary roughness. You got the second guy there. Second personal foul, ejected from the game. Get down after the play. Got to be hobbled off. Chiefs say injuries to the hip. Week it's 32-22 after a field goal. Will Jordan Humphrey hauls in a touchdown pass. 3-point game. Chiefs. They don't need points here. What they need to do is run the clock out. First down, and then they get more because Bell got a face mask there. His head stayed on, which was good. And the Chiefs are going to be 13-1 after a 32-29 win. The Chiefs improved. Has been 13 wins in 14 games, tied with the 2011 Packers, 98 Broncos, 1990 49ers for the best start through the first 14 games of a season by the defending Super Bowl champ. The Packers, by the way, their one loss to KC. Among those 3 teams that started 13-1, only the 98 Broncos went on to repeat as Super Bowl champs. Now, a word from Patrick.
You got to be able to win games in this league. I mean, that's it at the end of the day. I mean, it looks cool and it feels awesome to win by 20, 30 points. But when you have a team that can find a way to win with their offense, the defense, and special teams every single game and find a way to win no matter what the score is, those are the teams that make runs at the end of the year.
You figured this one would be close. I mean, it's a good football team. So they're coming off a loss, so you knew you were going to get their best shot. Like we have with most of the teams that have played us. I mean, they've bear down and given us what they've got. So I'm proud of our guys for staying mentally strong and working through everything.
At this point, I mean, listen, every game's so important. Down the stretch, everybody's battling something, and everybody's fighting to get out on the field and put together our best effort, in order to help our team win and, advance our playoff status. And right now, the most important thing is getting our next win so we can officially win the division. And then we'll worry about the next one after that. But as far as I'm concerned, we have a 1-game season, and that's this coming Friday night.
Heard from Drew Brees, has the highest career completion percentage in NFL history. Struggled in his return Sunday, completed just 44% of his throws. Third lowest rate in a game in his career, his lowest since 2006 against the Giants. That's just un-Brees-like.
True. Tim's back with us now. I'm a fan of that play, Mahomes, that quick little forward pitch. But we're going to talk about Brees. When we heard he had 11 ribs broken, we're all like, do we even have 11 ribs? That's a lot to come back from. John pointed out he throws 3 touchdowns, but his percentage was way off from what we're used to. What did you make of his return?
Yeah, I think he looked like a player, Kenny, that was playing through something, which is what he just said in that sound there about, what guys are dealing with this time of year. Now, most guys aren't dealing with, 11 broken ribs. And it just looked like a guy that was fighting through it and hadn't played in a while. And I know that they talked about him getting the reps during the week, but it was uncharacteristic. Here's a 2nd and 5 play. The coverage is deep. This ball should be checked down to Latavius Murray. It's something that Brees, usually does in his sleep. Probably picks up the first down. Instead, ball's thrown into traffic, and he's fortunate it's not picked off. And we saw this one in the highlight. He's trying to get the ball to Emmanuel Sanders. Sanders ends up getting doubled, and so Brees sees it late, kind of confused by it, tries to regrip, kind of reset and get the ball outside, but he's late with it because of that, and now all of a sudden the ball is picked off because it's late and inside. And then on this one here, he's trying to, he's facing too deep, he's trying to throw the ball down the middle, just stares down Jared Cook, who's running down the middle of the field. It brings the backside safety, Tyrann Mathieu, into play, and so he just looked like a guy that hadn't played in a while. Looked like a guy that was coming off of an injury. And look, it's probably a good thing for the Saints to have him have that game now rather than in the postseason, but certainly was a difference in the football game today.
Tim, don't go anywhere unless you got more important business than us. We have one more for you to comment on.
It's done. Both teams fighting for a playoff spot, even though, oddly enough, one was 9-4, the other one was 5-8. Browns a chance to get to 10 wins for the first time in 13 years, just the second time in 25 years. Now, the Giants, they've had some COVID, so they don't have an offensive coordinator that's usually there, and that's an odd 4th and 5 kind of play. Riley Dixon's pass is incomplete. We look at this again. Punter Riley Dixon drops back to throw. Center Nick Gates is right there, but it's the kicker, Graham Gano, who's the open one. And yeah, sometimes the centers just, they're dancing bears. Baker Mayfield throws it, got his man, Austin Hooper. And the Browns go up 7-3. Feel like that might be enough points to win this game. Later in the second, 4th and 2, Giants are going for it. Wayne Gallman stops short of the first down deep in their own end. Turn it over on downs. Giants, first team to turn it over on downs twice in the red zone in the first half since 2006. Later in the second, Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, he comes in. That guy's found his game. Baker Mayfield, 17 of 19, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. It's 13-3 lead. Mayfield, well, you know what? Let's go more. This team's going to make the playoffs, which they've done once in the last 13 years. Rashad Higgins, that's a gain of 20. Later in the drive, Nick Chubb, damn good dog. Looks like he may bounce that outside. Nope, sticks his head in there, gets between the tackles, scores. It's 20-3, and the final score is 20-6. No touchdowns for Colt McCoy.
Tim Hasselbeck joins us now for his Sunday night analysis. And as always, with the warning, if somebody better comes to the podium, you're out. We'll cut you off in mid-sentence. It's the thing. Baker Mayfield, John just described, made some really nice throws. Looked like he had a lot of time as well. What impressed you about his performance?
Well, he definitely played well. He definitely had some good protection, Kenny. You're right about that. He just looks comfortable and really playing probably the best football of his career right now. There's just a decisiveness, kind of this assuredness that he has in the pocket. It's pretty evident. Good example here. He's just throwing a little, wide route to the left, but because of the blitzing defender, he just finds a throwing lane. A lot of times guys throw it blind, the robots, ball gets tipped in the air, it doesn't happen there. Here he's going to Austin Hooper, who's really covered by a linebacker initially, but he's on the same page as he uncovers, still throws on time and gets the ball out. And then on this touchdown pass to Jarvis Landry, he's really trying to get the ball to David Njoku, but he falls down on the route, and Baker does a good job of just staying with it and then throwing a really accurate ball to Jarvis Landry in the back of the end zone. And look, I just think that he's playing good football right now because what they are doing offensively fits him. And I think Kevin Stefanski, in terms of what he likes to do schematically, it's a nice little pairing, and it's something I think we're seeing, kind of this Browns team play better in the back half of the season with everything in terms of how the offseason went.
Tim, a comprehensive opening answer, but that's just the start of things. John's going to call